an absolutely wild story here for you. Apparently, in...
You gonna cry? You gonna cry? Kyle, I don't know how to tell you this. The world is turning more right-wing, bud.
Anarcho capitalist extremist just became the president of Argentina.
Good! I wish I was a citizen of Argentina. Now, I suppose, as one American to another, why the fuck do you care?
A number of years, but also I feel terrible for the people of Argentina. So, right off the bat here, let's get weird up front.
Well, what happens if Argentina turns awesome? Because remember, under Trump, everything was awesome!
So for everybody who's just listening and they can't see this, he's going through all the various government agencies, and he's saying, out, done, we're getting rid of it.
Ministry of Women, Genders, and Diversity? Yeah, that'd be a pretty good one to cut, Kyle.
Abolishing it.
Ministry of Public Works needs to be severely cut down, but yeah, most of it gone. Ministry of Science, Innovation, and Tech. Yeah, that's another one that could probably go. Let the private sector handle it, Kyle. Good. Let him. Let's see what happens. What happens if it turns out that Argentina turns into a fucking paradise, Kyle? Government can't fix everything, and I don't want to work for my fucking neighbor. I don't give a shit if he goes to bed hungry or not.
Fringe agencies. He's going like main, like health agency, education agency.
No, I'd say let's get rid of Medicaid and I get that money back on my taxes. I'm sorry, you're old. You should have saved enough for your own private insurance. And if you didn't, well then, there's always the sweet release of death.
Guys, but agency, look at how derisive he is towards his political opponents. Watch this. You can't give shit leftards an inch. Can you define shit leftist? The interviewer asks. All collectivists, all kind of collectivists. But
no, you cannot give them an inch. No, he is actually right. Because if we give you motherfuckers an inch, you take 10 miles.
Why do you call them shit? Because they are shit, he says. If you think differently from them, they kill you. This is the point. You can't give shit leftists.
If I get to it, there's going to be a video where shit leftists are defending the actual terrorists attempting to stop Cop City. And they call them protesters. Kyle, I don't know if you've noticed this. Well, of course you haven't. Again, you're the only idiot that's stupid enough to try to get a baby out of a 42-year-old snatch. But Antifa is rather violent. Actually, Antifa is fascist.
We are defeating them in the cultural battle. We're not only superior economically, we're morally superior. We're aesthetically superior.
Well, capitalism is far superior to socialism, so there's that.
This is him right here, singing about Argentina's economic crisis while dressed as his superhero alter ego, General ANCAP, which stands for General Anarcho Capitalist. All right, here we go. Look, this is real. I don't know what to say.
What's wrong with anarcho-capitalism?
This is the Buenos Aires you don't see in postcards. Slums.
Okay. Well, how about we give the guy a chance, and then we come back in a couple of years. You see, this is the thing, Kyle. If you made this 2 years later instead of 2 hours ago, I'd be more inclined to watch. Because you might have a point. But how about we wait for the son of a bitch to actually be president for a bit? And then we judge him. How about that, buddy? All right, so now we're going to go to Twitter. This is a drag queen teaching what I assume to be 6-year-old girl a rather provocative dance. And please, YouTube gods, do not banish me for this. And they're not coming for your children. If I was the divorced dad of this mom, this is what I'd show the judge. This is why I need full custody. And mom gets supervised visits. By the way, anyone actually want to defend this shit? Anybody else? Anybody at all? Anybody want to defend this fucking shit as a good idea? So drag is already inherently sexual. Yeah. Everybody here needs to be arrested. Very simple. Children should not be within 100 yards of drag. Drag is in of itself a highly sexualized form of dancing. The fact that there are children there is wrong. Fuck off and fuck you. But by all means, try to defend it. And while you're trying to defend that shit, try to defend this shit. Now, try to guess the state and try to guess the race of the people doing this. So we're at a Nike store. What a shock! Look at the race of these fine people that are just trying to feed their families stealing shoes. Because they know there are no consequences.
Y'all all ghetto as fuck. You can't have shit over here.
Then why are you not stopping them?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I should just take a white supremacist position and send every black person back to Africa. I mean, they'd be begging to come back in 5 minutes, but yeah, I would love to see somebody defend this. So this is what leftism is. And by the way, this is why socialism doesn't work. This is a socialist store. Exactly. This is socialism. As long as they don't steal over $1,000, they're fine. They're going to get a slap on the wrist. And they're just going to do it again. And if you do stop them, you may be in trouble. That's the really fucked up thing. If I was a store employee and fucked up this cunt, I'm going to be in trouble. So good job, leftists. This is what you've created. How long before this store is gone? A week? 2 weeks? This is why you need to treat criminals with brutality. Yes, I am fine with brutalizing criminals.
Let's talk about the sleep gap.
The sleep gap?
Did you know that Black Americans do not sleep as well as white Americans do?
Get yourself a Sealy Posturepedic and you should be fine.
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention conducted and published research in 2020 on sleep in the US. The results showed that 43.5% of Black or African Americans had trouble sleeping, compared with 30.7% of white respondents. Black and Latinx people in the US spend 15% of their night in deep sleep, which is the most restorative and regenerative phase of sleep, compared to 20% of white Americans. Poor sleep is a public health problem.
Well, maybe not. Maybe stop worrying about seeing racism around every corner and you won't have this problem.
Whether it's because of historical stress, maltreatment, or health inequities, Black Americans do not sleep enough.
Well, I don't know. You're allergic to those things we call jobs.
And poor sleep is a feedback loop, and the effects of poor sleep mean you're more likely to get bad sleep again. This sleep gap is worsened for people that are low income, disabled, or undocumented. Looking back to the enslavement of Black people in the US, fatigue has been used as a measure of...
No, I had a constant feedback loop because of fucking beer foam. Fuck off. I don't care. All right.